Hey everyone, welcome to a rare daytime version of what's on my workbench. Um, Feeling sick today. I slept about 13 hours last night, so I'm getting a COVID test later today. See what's going on. It's not feeling very well, but anyway, um, good news is I did figure out what was wrong with the screen. One, I remembered the bigger screen. I had to remember I had to install the configure it correctly on the Pi, and for some reason when this HDMI connector is connected upside down, it doesn't work very well. Very strange. So when I flipped it over and plugged it back in, worked great. The bad news is it's just going to be too big for the Pi. I mean, sorry for the. I can't even think right now. It's just going to be too large for the Gamecom. So unless I'm cutting tabs off, and I'm just not going to have the room here. Things are going to be hanging over, and it's just going to be too tight to work with. So I'm going to go ahead and switch back to the other screen. I was thinking of something crazy like locking this guy. This is the smaller screen. Locking this guy into the existing screen holder's base and see how that works. So, yeah, so I'll end up having to use this guy instead of this bigger screen. It's just going to be too hard to fit it in with some of the dimensions there. It just hangs over too much. It's too close to everything. Because this actually sits like that, and it's just going to be a bit crowded trying to get this all in. Yeah, this is actually this part mounts on here. Let's see, it goes up like that. So this sits about here, and I'm just not going to have the room in there to get this to work. So, oh well, I'll go with a little screen like I was going to do before anyway. But at least I figured out what was it. So I'm going to repurpose this screen for. I have a Atari Lynx 2 that was water damaged. I'm thinking I'm going to convert that to a RetroPie. Very similar to this. This board's the same. And I think I might go with lithium batteries in that one. I'm tempted to go with lithium on this. I want to take a look actually. Oh, I've got these little drone batteries here. I want to see if they're narrow enough. Oh, I might be in luck. Let's see. Oh, look at that. I might do something creative. I'd like to get 2 sets of batteries in there, actually. There's one that's just not going to be enough to give you decent run time. Little drone batteries here. Yeah, I'm thinking of putting these in instead of the AA's. What you guys rated? Something halfway decent. What are you? 3.7 volts, 120 million. Yeah, that's not bad. Not much better than AA's though, actually. I'll see. But that's where I'm at right now. So I'll start splicing some wires together a little bit. Okay, so more daytime action on the workbench here. Back from my COVID test, so now my nose hurts. So everything on this is the original Gamecom's board. You can see here, look at that quality with that hot glue holding it together. That's how it came from the factory. Nice big overfilled solder joints. Such quality. Such quality. Okay, so I want to try, as I noticed I'll show you an interesting thing. This is the original LCD screen. It's actually quite thick, And the thickness of the screen I'm going to replace it with is actually quite, let's show it edge on. You can see they're actually pretty darn close. So, which means I can chuck this. Actually, that board is about the same width. I wonder if I could use it. Let me see. Bigger screen. Sit in here like this. I see it's going to be hanging out. I wonder. Can I use the bigger one? Let's see how it sits in here. This goes like, see this. This actually went this little bit here pushes down the cable. What am I doing wrong here? Well, it can't go that way. It's gotta go this way. Okay, so it only goes in one way, just like this. So this is how the bracket actually sits in there. So is there any way to use the bigger screen and actually fit? See, this goes here. Let's see how close these things are. Yeah, see, that's my worry, is this guy sits so close. The pie itself I'm not too worried about. See, to line it up, though, means I'd have to be cutting tabs off of it. Let's see. I'd love to be able to use the bigger screen. Pie is going to sit. I can always change the screen rotation. Let's put this over here a minute. So let's see. This is where it sits just like that. So could I place this? I see this is going to be the problem. Do I feel like cutting the tabs of this off is the question. Is that going to sit right? Let's take a look here. The screen actually has to come up a bit and over slightly. And will that fit? It might fit. It's just on the edge. Challenge is, see, that's just on the edge. You should have just, let me put the USB connect. It's not the USB, oops, I'm one off here. I'll put the, right now I'm copying the game is over to that SD card, so that takes a little while. So if I go here, the main problem, let's see, that's as far up as I can go, is right there. Let's see if it lines up okay. And yeah, see, that's the problem, is the the pie just isn't going to fit. Heck with it. I'm going to go with the smaller screen. It'll turn out to be more trouble than what it's worth. Okay. Let's go with a smaller screen. Alright. But again, I think I still want to see if I can reuse this original bracket to center everything up. I might be able to do something without too much modification. That means everything's going to line up just right. Computer is complaining about something. Okay, so that's fine. So if I go with this guy here, this this guy here. It gives us a little better spacing, a little more room to work with. Again, this sits in here like this, and this will sit just like that, more or less. And this guy sits in here. See, it actually centers out pretty easily there, more or less like that. So let's see if we can use this. I can always change the screen rotation to make it easier. Oh, that might actually work pretty well. See, that actually presses against it. That's fine. Oh, my dog keeps barking. So it looks like I'm just going to have to cut out a little plastic here, and then I'll be able to actually like center this up pretty well. Let's see, how far up or down does this need to go? It's got to come over about there. I was curious how far up it has to go. Not too far up, it actually has to come down a little bit. So it's going to sit about there. That's not bad. Just have a little bit of that silver showing, but I don't think that's a big deal. Man, you still lose a little left right on the screen, don't you? So it lines up pretty well like that. Okay, so plastic wise, all I gotta worry about is actually these connectors up here. Where do I rotate around 180 degrees? Let's see what happens there. Does that make it better? Rotate it off 180. No, it's actually pretty good off 180. If I rotate 180, then all I really have to worry about is, let's see, those kind of sit there. Vertically, the Y is looking pretty good. The only thing I'm bumping into is it's going to be a little tight with the HDMI, so maybe I'll leave it the way it was, like this. Let's see. That works out pretty well like that, actually. Come down just a hair. Vertically, we go sit about there. It's my big old head in the way there. Alright, so it's going to go like this. So only connections I have to worry about knocking off are up here in the corner. So let me mark that. Up here. It's up here in the corner. It's hitting a bit. I can notch out this guy here. And then where the HDMI is at. So once I notch that out, the HDMI is not too bad. Worst comes to worst, I'll notch out for the HDMI here and for the audio jack there. I wonder if it pumps out the audio through that jack. I'll have to try that out later. If it does, I'll tap into that one's jack. So it sits in here like so. Yeah, and just has to get that notch corner. I'm just going to notch this corner out here on the end mill and go from there. Alright, that's enough for now. I'm going to do some mill work, so that's kind of boring, but I might record it, might not, don't know. But that's enough for now.